So I'm going to be explaining the reason why foreign cars are not worth it compared to an American-made car here in America. So don't get me wrong, foreigns are beautiful cars, beautifully designed. The engines are completely different, and heck, even some of them don't even fit the American standards for it to even be street legal here on American roads, aka R34, if you want to look that up. So cool thing about foreign cars is, I mean, they're foreign. I mean, Lexus, a BMW, everyone wants that Beamer, everyone wants that Mercedes, and they hold their value really well, but they don't hold their value well here in America. In fact, and this is a fact, the Cadillacs nowadays that are being made, even the ones back then compared to the Mercedes cars being made now and back then, if you were to compare the value of those cars and how far down the price value goes throughout the years, Cadillac actually holds their value a lot better than Mercedes, and that surprises a lot of people. But the reason behind it is manufacturing costs, importing foreign materials, like for the engine and stuff, for Mercedes and stuff. Like, you bring a Mercedes into a car shop here in America, it's going to take a while and it's going to be pricey. And the reason behind it is because most cases, or 50-50, they have to buy those products online and they have to be shipped. Now, there are some cases where they do have the materials there, but it'll still be more expensive due to the name Mercedes, a German car made in Germany, not here in America, and gets imported down here. The difference with American and foreign is actually American cars are less. They are made on purpose to not last that long, and with foreign cars, it's honestly the opposite. Except for BMW, but that's a very biased answer. Just because I'm not a big BMW fan, I am a personal Chevy fan. The Corvette. That's another good one. American cars and foreign cars, like the Ferrari and the new Corvette, right? Let's say you have one of the new Ferraris and you compare it with the new Corvette. The new Corvette looks like a Ferrari. It's designed off of a Ferrari, and it has the new mid-engine, which completely changed the history of how Chevy has made their Corvettes down in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Um, the price for a new Corvette right now is about $60,000, and they come with about 455 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, and it's also just broke the highest horsepower engine record, which it now holds the record for the highest naturally aspirated V8 engine horsepower, which is honestly, that's huge. That means America's back on top, like always. It was originally Mercedes, but that is no more. The new Corvette is about $60,000, right? And you can get those cheaper Ferraris for about $300,000, and you're still gonna get the same performance numbers, like all that. The gas mileage is gonna be better than a Ferrari. Like, foreign cars, don't get me wrong, are beautiful and all, but the Corvette and the Cadillac or the Genesis, it's a much better investment if you're trying to save more money in the long run. And Cadillacs have actually lasted a lot longer than any foreign cars. Mercedes only had one car that was known to last its longest, and that's the ML320, which is actually one of their older SUVs. They don't even make that model anymore. But their engines were known to last between 200,000 to 300,000 miles if you took proper care of it. The thing is with American cars, the common American car, like a Honda Civic or a Malibu from Chevy, is they're not meant to last that long. And that's the crappy part about business is, for example, Chevy purposely put in a bad transmission for the new model Malibus, which were first introduced in 2016, for like people to have to turn them back in, so they could pay for another transmission, which is like almost the same price as an engine. It's crazy. Automatics specifically. For example, my car had that problem. And we had to fix it, and that was a lot of money. But my first car was an Audi, and it was the Audi A4. It was known for not purposely, for burning oil and bad braking systems and bad intake manifolds. And sadly, my car, the reason why it was so cheap is because my first car was so cheap is because of those problems actually occurring, and I was having to spend about $20-$30 on oil a week. It was getting worse and worse, and we kept putting more money into it, and it just wouldn't live up to what its name is for. I mean, Audis make beautiful cars, but they're just not worth it here in America. They are definitely worth it if you live in Europe, but not here. American cars have always been